as far as this diplomatic tie between India and Canada seems to be only getting worse. Now, information is coming from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, where what we are learning is that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police has alleged that Indian government agents were collaborating with the Lawrence Bishnoi gang to spread the terror on Canadian soil. Now, the allegation comes hours after India withdrew its diplomats from Canada amid the deepening crisis in the relations between the two countries. The Canadian side has alleged that now, with evidence coming at the time when jailed gangster Lawrence Bishnoi is in the news for his alleged involvement in the murder of a politician and the seasoned Maharashtra leader Baba Siddique in Mumbai. Now, also let's listen in to the comments that have been made by the Canadian police against the Indian, in fact, high commissioners and diplomats.
There's a violent extremist threat in Canada that Canada and India have been working on over the years. However, these threats are impacting Canada and India's ability to collaborate. Earlier this week, RCMP Deputy Commissioner of Federal Policing made attempts to meet with the Indian law enforcement counterparts to discuss violent extremists occurring in Canada and India and present evidence pertaining to agents of the Government of India's involvement in serious criminal activity here in Canada. Unfortunately, these attempts were unsuccessful. Therefore, Deputy Commissioner met with officials of the Government of India alongside with the National Security Intelligence Advisor and Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs over the weekend. Through our National Task Force and other investigative efforts, the RCMP has obtained evidence that demonstrates four very serious issues. One, violent extremists impacting both countries. Two, links tying agents of the Government of India to homicides and violent acts. Three, the use of organized crime to create perception of unsafe environment targeting the South Asian community in Canada. And the fourth, interference in democratic processes.
All right, my colleague Ajay Jandial joins me back on the broadcast. Ajay, now the Royal Canadian Mounted Police has in fact leveled these allegations, and these have just come hours after India took a bold decision of expelling 6 of its diplomats. In fact, the RCMP has in February created a multidisciplinary team to investigate and coordinate the efforts to combat this threat. And also, what we are learning at this point of time that the Ottawa Canadian Police has now very categorically leveled these allegations against the Indian agents. What exactly are you picking up from your sources in the Ministry of External Affairs as well, that they can now direct about India's response to these kind of allegations coming from even the Canadian police?
Well, see, Indian reply was is very clear that that shows that how with the intention of defaming the India as well as the government, the diplomats, those who were there in the Canada, that is very clear, because Canadian government basically want to allege India for such thing because they believe that extremists, those who lives in Canada, because number of times such incident has happened when Indian flag was basically was torn over there. We have seen that how that Indian flag, Indian diplomats, even Indian, those who lives in Canada, and those who were those who are the nationalists, those who try to raise the Indian voice, they have been thrashed, and Indian flag has been insulted in many a time in Canada. So that if that thing is allowed in Canada, that means that Justin Trudeau just observing, and he believes that those extremists, those who lives over there, they can help him out during the election process. So that's why it seems that right after that investigation has started, when this man, he when Hardeep Singh Nijjar was killed there, that basically investigation started with the intention of defaming the country, and that's what is happening. If you see that right after we have seen that this incident has taken place there in Mumbai when a politician is killed, and we have seen that how Lawrence Bishnoi's name come out, that he is behind the scene. So they have started blaming India. Another thing is that this incident is happening, this press conferences are happening right before the SCO meeting there in Pakistan. So that that things has to be linked properly, and if somebody will link these things, that will clearly show that shows the world community that how these every things which is happening around the world, that is having some linkage, because Justin Trudeau knows that there will be a SCO meeting where nations will come and they will discuss the things over there, and before that they started alleging Indian the diplomats, those who sits over there, those who lives over there. And another thing is that their intention seems to be very clear, that they want to allege India for something which has happened there in the Canadian soil, and if they have to do, they will be able to successfully motivate the extremists, those who lives over there. That is going to benefit Justin Trudeau in the elections.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.